Well, it's hard to imagine now, but the salt we put on our food was once considered as precious as gold. These days, salt is under attack. The government is looking for ways to get us to use a lot less of it. So is this assault on salt something we should pay attention to, or should we take it all with a grain of salt? We sent our Salt of the Earth reporter, Brian Wilson, to investigate.
In New York City, the health commissioner says we need to slash 25% of the salt from our foods. Today, New Yorkers were responding as only they can.
It makes the food taste good. We don't have to eat it, and we don't have to buy it. No one's putting a gun to our head. I like Kraft macaroni and cheese, and it's loaded with salt. Let me eat it. Currently,
the FDA says you should consume at most about 2,300 milligrams of salt each day. That's about a teaspoon. But there are signs the FDA is on board with this idea of cutting the amount of salt in your food. FDA Commissioner Margaret Hamburg said the FDA is investigating ways to work with others in government and in industry to reduce sodium in the American diet. The National Salt Reduction Initiative shines an important spotlight on the sodium issue and is helping to stimulate public and industry interest in sodium reduction. Over in the UK, where the food is so bad that you have to add a lot of salt in order to choke it down, this assault on salt has been going on for some time.
Salt. Is your food full of it? Well, is it?
The Salt Institute insists that without salt, foods will be bland, and people will just pick up the salt shaker. Those who manufacture foods, they say, will likely experiment with other ways to make food taste better.
And that could be a complex cocktail of chemicals that folks don't want, and they'd much rather have natural, organic salt that people have been eating for thousands of years.
And it seems unlikely that restaurateurs will be willing to use less salt, who, after all, wants the reputation of being that place that serves food with no taste.
I want the food to taste great. So the only thing that could really persuade me to stop using salt would be if people started insisting that I not use salt, i.e. my customers, not the government.
So what should consumers who do not want the government pinching their salt do about all this?
I think consumers who really just enjoy food that tastes good should make their voices be heard, and if not, they should probably stock up on salt shakers.
And before I hear from thousands of angry doctors, let me acknowledge up front, too much salt is bad for you. It hurts your heart, it hurts your kidney, and it can give you high blood pressure. But it's also true that salt is an essential element for life, just as important as water. It can also get away from you. Today I had a bag of chips. That was about 20% of my daily allotment of salt. So I still have a little ways to go for the day, Brett. Back to you.
Oh, that's good. I just want to know if that guy got his mac and cheese.
I don't know, but he loves his mac and cheese, and it does have a little salt.
Brian, thanks.